promise, honey. And it's at an incredible value. I know for a fact that already super popular has been the larger of these two. A lot of you are doing what really has only become recently a mindset, and that is turning that outdoor space, the porch, the patio, the small yard, whatever it is, into the 6th room of the house, the 7th room of the house, the 8th room of the house. If it is furnished in a way that encourages you to be out there, then you'll go out there. But I think the perception up until now has been that it has to cost a lot of money to outfit that space and make it look like it should be on the cover of Veranda magazine. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. And it can be something as simple as this and as easy to care for as this, and it still has 2 looks in one. The genius behind it is Barbara King. It's so good to see you, dear.
Oh, so happy to be here. Thank you.
Well, this just makes me happy, right?
Isn't this
it's just
pretty
so perky
wonderful?
and pretty. So we've got 2 size choices for you. I said that one of them is always more popular. It's the bigger one. It's the 8 by 11. It's the one that I'm standing on right here. And that one, this whole look right here is $49. Do what?
I know, I'm so thrilled
This
we were
is
able to do that.
And it's constructed strong, easy to clean. We'll get into all of that, I promise. Your other size is going to be the 5 by 8, less than $30.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
We are so thrilled with the style, the design, and the value.
Yeah. Do you want to go through colors and then we'll start playing with it?
I would love to.
So we'll start right here with your neutral.
I wanted to bring an espresso, a chocolatey brown accented with the khaki. All of them are going to have my favorite flower, my grandmother's favorite flower. The peony is all over it, and there's whimsical birds randomly throughout on branches. There's berries, and this mat is so beautiful, either with stripes or other flowers. It's just a great versatile mat.
Okay, I don't mind telling you this may be my favorite, okay?
Well,
it's brand new this season. It's the navy, and while I know we're calling it navy, I would almost call it like a cobalt or a lapis.
I would too. This really is electric. This blue is something our customers were begging for, and when we were able to bring it to them, they were so happy. This is a hot color for outdoor decor. This blue is electric.
Every color that you see, by the way, you're also seeing both looks, and we'll show you both sides too, but if we flip this one over, it'll look just like that. We flip over the moss color, it'll look just like that. So here's the moss.
So it gives you 2 looks in one. One is more toned down, but this moss is definitely a spring green, like Granny Smith's apple green.
Yes, perfect description.
This is such a fresh look for spring. And again, everything has the birds, the peonies. Peonies bring back memories for everyone that thinks back to their childhood of having them grow in the yard. And now you can have it all year round.
So here's the poppy.
Isn't this fun?
It's happy poppy.
This poppy has been very, very popular. We wanted to bring this in this mat because this really is a lot of fun. If you wanted to try something daring and fun, the poppy
with no commitment, right? But boy, I tell you what, it's one thing you put it out on the porch and you've completely transformed everything. Now, look is one thing, right? We love it, it's beautiful. But that doesn't mean so much, even if it's at a great value, if it requires a lot of care, or if it's only going to look good for one season, or if it isn't going to look good right out of the box. But Barbara's thought of everything, including how it's going to come to you.
Yeah, customers, again, we're saying we love your mats, but can you give us a mat that has no creases? So we researched how we can have this made, and it's done with extra large looms. So it's going to come to you rolled, and as soon as you open this mat out, you can put it out and enjoy it without waiting for any creases to come out. It looks like this as soon as you open it up.
No creases, let's weigh it down. And then here is your reverse. Now, Barbara, I just heard in my ear, I didn't realize this, that there are only a couple of hundred remaining in each of these color choices and sizes.
Really?
I didn't know that. However, that being said, this is the final order of the season. I know it's hard to believe that in some ways our garden season is already winding down, even though in many cases it's kind of like just now starting to get warm. But if you see something like this and you love it, now is the time to dial in. The feature price that you see on your screen is not the easy pay. That is the entire price, which really blows my mind when you consider the coverage on this. 8 by 11 at $49.
It's a
5
real
by 8 at $30.
Wow.
And we haven't even talked about like the actual construction of it. Guess what? You can hose this down.
Yeah, and you don't have to pick it up to dry, come right out of the pool. Water's gonna run right through it. It's gonna dry in seconds. If you spill anything on it, you just hose it off with Roxanne's hose.
Nice.
If you need to sweep it off, it's wonderful. It's just brushes right off, nothing sticks to it. We have the loops and all the corners.
Stake it down.
So you can stake it down. This is luxury. Like you
It
said,
is.
right out of a fancy magazine, your outdoor space.
It's like the fresh coat of paint for a room. Do you know what I mean? Like when you
Yes.
add this onto your patio or porch, or gosh, I've even taken the smaller ones out to the beach and lay them down onto the sand, because then you just pick it up and shake it off. What a statement you've made in your space with just one simple thing, and all it took was you unrolling it and plopping it down.
Thank you. Well, I really do love listening to customers, and when they request something, even if it's really hard to do, I love to do it. And this rolled mat was the way to go. We did not spare any expenses in making sure every detail was perfect, from the binding trim around the whole perimeter. It doesn't just add to the beauty, it also makes it really durable, and this is made of a high-end polypropylene, and it looks like a grosgrain ribbon all around the outside. One of my mentors, way back when I was a kid, she told me, always pay attention to the details.
Yes,
and that's what makes the difference between really luxurious living and ordinary living. This is going to make your outdoor space extraordinary.
Well, I'm not surprised at all to hear that the navy is very popular right now. It is also, though, now the most limited of all of our color choices. 2 different sizes, so if you have an opportunity, peek out the window, think about which one's going to be best for your space, the 5x8 or the 8x11. Gosh, if you're an RV traveler, get that 5x8,
no kidding.
unroll it every single time you pull up to the next stop, and you've made it feel more like home. It also feels really good underfoot. Has a nice bounce to it as well, so it doesn't just visually look good, it's comfortable at the same time. And it's our hot pick today, so such a huge value, but I didn't realize we're kind of in the home stretch on some of our quantities.
I know, this is huge. It's 8x11, so it's gonna create a huge outdoor entertainment area for you, but they're all going to come rolled up. And this is something that was not easy to do. We made it with an extra large loom that we had to have made just for us to create this. So if you look out there anywhere, you cannot find a patio mat with this design, this style, this quality that's in it, and rolled. And
Maybe you want to hang it on the wall, it's so pretty. It's like a tapestry.
I love this pattern. The peony brings back memories for so many people. That flower of the peony is all over, and the birds are just whimsical, floating around on different branches and berries there.
Guess what? The 8x11 is now getting limited across the board. The navy in the 8x11 is now at last call. This is supposed to be a hot pick all day today.
I know.
It's 2:30. So a lot of you tuning in and going, gosh, you know, now that the family's finally getting outside, and that includes all parts of the country now, because believe it or not, I think we passed the 60-degree mark here today. Hallelujah. It's time to start thinking about that. But unfortunately at QVC, we start our garden season and our outdoor living season very early. And so that means that by now, in early April, we're already talking about final quantities of the entire season. And that's the case with this right here. Especially, gosh, if you're picking up that today's special value, and you've got that big, beautiful patio umbrella, couple of chairs, gorgeous rug underneath, you've completed a complete renovation visually of your outdoor space with 2 things.
No time.
With no time on, because who's got time, right?
And here is the moss. The moss is a really pretty spring green. Open it up, because customers wanted that instant gratification of not waiting for a beautiful mat that looks like a rug, that was designed with so much detail in it. This went back and forth between the manufacturer to make sure that bird was just right on the branch, and the peonies just looked like peonies. And then the reverse pattern gave you that deeper look, that warmer look on the other side, so you can change your mind and change the look of your outdoor room.
Okay, so Barbara, we got to do this. We got to cover up this 8x11 in the navy because it's sold out.
Okay, bye-bye.
And actually, more than 1,500 orders have been placed in this show alone.
Wow.
But in the 8x11, in the remaining colors, there are fewer than 100 in each. So fewer than 100 in the moss green in the 8x11, fewer than 100 in the poppy in the 8x11, fewer than 100 in the espresso in the 8x11, and then that is it. And take advantage of that great feature price. So you're talking less than $50. Roll it out, put it on the patio, put it on the porch. If you don't love it, you've got 30 days to return it. But the thing is, it's so easy to care for and clean. It's going to, I would argue, it encourages people to go outside,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Your feet are comfortable. If you've got an older patio, it's maybe splintering up a little bit, you don't have to worry about that. If it encourages the use of that outdoor space, that's a huge value because now you're using the space that you paid for.
I know, and they're just so beautiful. My mother was saying, I don't need another patio mat, but I want that patio mat. It's the prettiest ever, and it truly is wonderfully beautiful with those peonies and the birds. I just love the birds. It's a signature in a lot of my collections, and those berries look beautiful. But when you, like you said, it makes everybody want to be out there. You feel special with a patio mat.
You do.
It looks better, it feels better, and it's easy. You just hose it
I
off.
mean, I think you put that out there and all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I am gonna have a barbecue. You know what, I am gonna invite the neighbors over. You know what, if you've got a pool outside, here's where everybody just kind of drip dries a little bit. And if you're picking up the 5x8, roll it up, put it in the car, take it with you on picnics, go to the beach with it, use it. You paid for it. It was only $29 for the smaller of the two. I don't know that all of our colors are gonna make it to the end of the show in the 8x11. The espresso is gone in the 8x11. The navy, gone in the 8x11. So that leaves us only the moss and the poppy remaining in the bigger sizes. Hot pick today. Stay on the lines for that if you're there. If you're not, maybe think about going to QVC.com to place your order. Stay tuned. There's a lot more today for our spring fling, including, in less than a minute, the best find of the whole day. Barb, thank you so much.